A force must act upon it, Einstein. Or perhaps the table moves, Newton. Preposterous.
Today, we're going to use this experiment with Newton and Einstein playing billiards in a closed car of a train. And the train is moving uniformly at a velocity of v in the z direction along the track. So essentially, if these windows were closed, so the players inside the car cannot see outside, then the player inside the car cannot really know what the motion of the train is relative to the ground by observing the motion of the balls. So remember that if Newton's second law is applied to a frame attached to the ground, so we have the x, y and z coordinates, where the z direction is out of the screen, and we have a coordinate system attached to the train, being the prime coordinate system. So we have x prime, y prime and z prime. Then applying Newton's second law in the unprimed coordinate system, and also in the prime coordinate system, will give the same result, which is what we found earlier using our Galilean transformation. And recall that from this law, the conservation of energy and conservation of momentum were also not affected by our Galilean transformation. So just to refresh your memory, we have the velocity of a particle, being a billiard ball for example, according to the primed observer in the train, is equal to the velocity according to the unprimed observer that's standing on a track for example, minus the velocity of the train. So these results will be identical if the train is travelling at a constant velocity or a velocity of 0 relative to an observer on a track. So note that we can tell what the relative velocity is of two frames by comparing measurements between the two frames. So for example, if these windows are open, then we can compare the data between different observers who take measurements of the same event, but we can't really know the relative velocity from an observation that's confined to a single frame. So we always need two frames at minimum to determine a relative velocity. So consequently, there's really no way that we can determine the absolute velocity of an inertial reference frame from our mechanical experiments. So the main ideas are that no inertial frame is preferred over another, so there's no absolute rest frame that we can define. So in other words, even though this person is standing still on a track, an observer from the primed frame will see him moving away from the train at a constant velocity v in the opposite direction. So in a similar way, where the Earth is moving 30 km per second around the Sun, we can't really tell that we're moving at any velocity because we're moving with the Earth. So essentially the main idea is that we can only mention a relative velocity of one frame with respect to another. So there's no absolute velocity of a frame. And this is what's called Newtonian relativity. And we'll see this idea is central of Einstein's special theory of relativity.